Okay, so here I am live. I'm going to be quiet. Absolute truth. So help me God. Okay. Hello? Okay, alright. So I'm going to tell you a story about when I got the biggest wave probably ever paddled into with no channel. And it required me to take about a 5-story airdrop. And that's no exaggeration. So if I stand on a 5-story building and I look down, that's about how it looked. And I'll walk you through what happened and how it all came about. In 1994, on the north shore of Oahu, I was checking the surf probably mid-morning, and it looked about maybe 6 to 8, occasional 10. I didn't expect it to get much bigger. So I went home, and my fiance gave me a ride to Marijuana's or Uppers. It's right before Waimea Bay from the Haleiwa side. I went back home, get my board. I ended up having a couple of Steinlagers. I smoked a joint with my roommate, but I finally got around to it. I got on my bike from Shark's Cove. I rode my bike over around the print because I hadn't looked at it very long before paddling out. But I never had this happen before. My hair was still dry. I didn't have to duck dive any waves, which I thought was pretty amazing. I just kind of got out super easily by Aligator Rock and leftovers. And then all of a sudden, a set came in, and I realized I was in big trouble. I hadn't looked at it long right before paddling out. I looked at it earlier in the day, but I didn't really look at it before I paddled out. The swell had jumped up to about 30 feet and was getting bigger, and I knew right away that it was on another scale because the waves were so big that it was about 50 yards away, the wave would start forming. And I see the wave starting to form. It was on another level altogether. And I knew I couldn't paddle into this wave because it was so much ground to cover and it was so big, so much water. So I started going over my options, and I thought, I knew that I couldn't just go for a paddle to get in because you get caught inside on this and you're screwed. As soon as the set comes in, it's pulling water out from the inside so fast, it's like there's no chance. And the sets were coming pretty. So I looked at my options, and I started over towards upwards. Marijuana's is more towards Waimea. Wasn't really catching the swell, but right there it was breaking. But there's no way to. It's insane to try to catch that wave. To try to even consider surfing that wave was insane. There's no way. So I was thinking, what am I going to do? Well, I could paddle around the island, and eventually I was willing to paddle 11 miles, but I was willing to go 11 miles if I had to. That was one option. Sets were, and I was in a bad spot, and I knew. And I know ESP was real because, are you kidding me? I'm not going to surf this. Give me the sign, give me the signal, so I can call, 911. And I would, so I knew that there was something going on, that there's people watching me, wondering if I was needing a rescue. So I'm thinking to myself, well, you go out on your own, you come in on your own. So with that, I'm thinking, well, I haven't shown any signs of distress up till this point. So I seen, well, if I could just get inside the lip as it's pitching out, if I could be inside the lip and just kind of have it kind of pitch me out in front of the wave and airdrop, and I just airdrop me and deposit me in front of the wave. Then I can run to the shore fast. You know, that's all I was focused on. Just wanted to get in front of the wave and get in. I'm like, well, you know, that's impossible. I seen this one section that was kind of thrown out before everything else, and I kind of had a feeling like there's angels, you know, just feel a sense like, yeah, this is what I got to do. And I started talking to myself out loud. I started yelling at myself to make sure I didn't screw it up and make sure I was awake. And I'm yelling at myself, saying, you cannot fuck this up. You cannot fuck this up. And my plan was I was going to airdrop. I'm going to have to carry me. Yeah, just put the board under my feet as it's pitching out in front of the wave. And that's my plan. And I'm going to run shore as fast as I can. I kind of lost my balance, and I was like, I got to pull my shit together. So I wasn't going to pull the trigger on, I just wanted to see, you know, if I could get inside the lip. And I pulled back real quick. So I wanted to, and I realized that I could do it. I could get it. It could carry me out. But I was still not, I had to make sure I nailed that drop. If I didn't, I'd be dead. I was like, you go out on your own, you come in on your own. So then the set came, and it was like, it just kind of got sunny. The wind kind of died down. It was nice moment. So even though it was super, super huge, the weather got really nice. Right then, the sets were just like, you could see the lines lined up like 7 miles long and seriously 5 stories tall. I swear to God. And so anyway, I was like in the spot where it was like, okay, where do I go here? I'm in the right spot. It's like a diving board. You know, taking a high dive. So I was aware of what my plan was, and I knew that it was going to be an airdrop. My life or death. And this has never been done before, as far as I know. And I don't think it'll ever be done again, because at this point, there's no channel and there's no safe zone. It's all impact zone, like that size. I was going to make it. So as soon as it came, I was paddling hard as I could, and I was getting all the spray. And I was just wanting to see if I was out in front. And I just wanted to make sure I was out in front before I pulled and committed. At that point, I saw the sun reflecting off the water, and I was like, I'm out in front. What happened next was a drop, long way down to the bottom. And I know it's going to be a while. It's like, don't screw it up. So when I was at the bottom of the wave, I opened my eyes. And I had amnesia. I didn't know where I was. I had to figure it out real quick. And then I realized I was surfing. I was at the bottom of the wave, so I instinctively bottom turned. Then it all came back to me because I was way out in front of this wave and I had to wait for it to come catch up to me. By this time, I had to hook up under the lip and I was slotted in this barrel that was like 7 miles long. And you could fit a DC-10 wingtip to wingtip inside the barrel. 5-story airdrop. And that was just the beginning of my adventure. Because by the time I went to cut out of this wave, there was so much water rushing up into it. It was like a freeway on-ramp, like a slope. Took my speed down to 0 and exploded behind me and almost died. After that, I knew I didn't need to compete with anybody. After that, I knew I'd done. I'd gotten it all. I didn't leave anything left. I left it all there. You can't go bigger, you can't go better. It changed me. And it changed my approach to surfing. I didn't have that competitive drive anymore because I knew that I was humbled greatly by that experience. And I'm lucky to be alive. I hope this story was enlightening, entertaining, interesting.